Wow, what an unexpected signing that is. Wrexham have announced the signing of former Barrow forward Billy Waters on a deal until the end of the 2024-25 season. Before we get talking about this new signing, make sure to get down there, subscribe to the channel if you are looking for all the best Wrexham AFC content on YouTube. We're just under 100 away from 14,000 subscribers, so thank you ever so much for that. You smashed the support on the recent video. We're nearly at 20,000 views, so again, I cannot thank you enough for that. And let's get talking about our new centre forward. So Billy Waters has made the switch to the racecourse ground from 10th place side in League 2 Barrow after he netted 9 goals in 32 appearances for the Bluebirds. And you might remember him from last season where he had an incredible season under Pete Wild at FC Halifax Town, where he netted 18 times before making his move up to the Football League following Pete Wild from his departure from Halifax to Barrow. Now, the club has announced that it is an undisclosed fee that we have paid for Billy Waters, but straight away, my gut feeling is I think we've paid around £80,000 to £100,000 for Waters. I'd be surprised if it's anything above £150,000. I think obviously it's a big loss for Barrow, but I think with the money that we'll have paid for Waters, they'll be able to bring in one, maybe two new strikers. I think it's probably around that £80,000 to £100,000 mark, because Barrow would not have let their key striker go at such an important time in the season. And I think it's really good as well that we have gone in for that extra striker, as I think a lot of Wrexham fans were hoping that we would go in for one. Like we said, at such an important time in the season, we've only got 3 strikers who can be competing to get into the starting 11, and I think bringing that extra one in Billy Waters will not only add competition for the likes of Mullin and Palmer, but will also be great cover in case the worst comes to worst, touch wood, they don't, but if one of them did sustain an injury, we'd have that cover of Billy Waters, who's proven in the National League, who can easily come into the starting 11, who's scored goals in the past and could do a really good job up top. Obviously, last season he was firing goals in for fun under Pete Wild at Halifax Town, and fingers crossed he can do the same at Wrexham. He's a small striker. He's not one of these Palmer type players. He's small, he's quick with the ball at his feet, he's got a great eye for goal. And I do truly believe with good players around him, he can really flourish and really become a good striker. And I think we could easily get the form that he was on at Halifax Town over to the Reds. And then it was interesting to hear that Pete Wild did do an interview on his departure to say that Billy Waters had played in 4 different positions for Barrow this season across the front line, none of those positions being in that central striking role, and to still score 9 goals in 32 games, he said, is an incredible return. And I think everyone else can understand and see that that is a great return for a player who is a striker that hasn't been playing up front this season. So it clearly shows, even though he's not playing in his preferred role, he can still score goals, which to me is really exciting to hear. Waters is 28 years of age, so he's in the peak of his career, he's in the form of his life as well, with nearly 30 goals in the past 2 seasons, so it's the perfect time to snatch him up, and it's the perfect time for him to get going and really knuckle down. Like I said, we've got a great bunch of players around him. The service he will get at Wrexham when he's playing will be incredible, and I think, well no, I strongly believe that we can get him firing goals in for fun, just like Mullin and Palmer and Dolby do. And it's really important that we did bring that extra striker in, as all Wrexham fans were crying out for us to bring another striker in. Phil Parkinson's listened. He's got his man in Billy Waters for an undisclosed fee. And I do believe in his time at the club, Billy Waters can play a really important role in our project going forward. I would have been a bit sceptical if Billy Waters was maybe still at Halifax after his season last year, and maybe if he scored 9 goals for Halifax, I'd be a bit like questioning it, but he's proven in League 2. He's proven it before for Cheltenham Town in the 16-17 season where he netted 12 times, and that was what, like 6 years ago, so he's proven he can stay consistent over the years and he can score goals. He scored 10 plus goals for the likes of Cheltenham Town, FC Halifax Town. He nearly scored 10 for Barrow in League 2, so he's got an eye for goal, and that's all we can ask for a striker that's just signed. So what an exciting signing this has been. Billy Waters, welcome to Wrexham. Another signing in our quest for promotion to League 2. That's it from me. That's all I've got to say. Who knows if we'll make another signing before the deadline tomorrow. Personally, for me, I don't think we will. I think obviously the striker being brought in was the main priority for us, but who knows, anything can happen with Wrexham FC. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel as we're trying to hit 14,000 subscribers, and let's sit back and watch this absolute masterpiece of an announcement video. Take care, guys. Up the town.